morning began with a nerd talk by young adult author Tracy Baptiste, Juana Medina, an author, designer, and illustrator, Karuna Riazi, author of The Gauntlet and online diversity advocate, Kathy Burnett, a librarian, and Alex Gino, author of George. They spoke about the importance of introducing diverse books into their classrooms and libraries. Stacy Reed Miller, a fourth grade teacher, calls herself a reader, a learner, and a thinker, despite some of the educators she had along the way. She described some of her negative school and reading experiences she had as a child, and that relationships between a teacher and her students are the most important thing in a classroom. She then asked the crowd to stand up if there was someone else in the room who inspired them to be a better person and teacher, and every single person in the room was on their feet.
A child who struggled with reading, but loved books more than anything in the world. My teachers had good intentions, I think. I'm sure they did, right? But I'm here to tell you that the world does not need your good intentions. I don't need them, and if I don't need them, your students definitely don't need them. We don't need what makes education easiest for you, the adult in the room. We don't need a clip chart on the wall showcasing all of our mistakes.
Shannon Hale is an author who wrote Newbery Honor Book Princess Academy and, among others, Real Friends, a graphic novel. When she was younger, she had wondered where graphic novels were for kids like her brother who hadn't read a book cover to cover because he couldn't transfer text. Graphic novels are real books, and they have value to them just as prose books do, or any other books in any other formats. Decoding is a skill that readers must possess, and graphic novels help develop the same skills that other books do. When people say that children may as well watch TV if they're reading graphic novels, it is untrue. The idea that graphic novels are a lower form of literature is a myth. Shannon wrote her book Real Friends for her daughter.
Will not until graphic novels at age 7, and not just any, a very specific kind. Raina Telgemeier, I don't know if you've heard of her. Suddenly my daughter was a reader, and I wrote Real Friends specifically for her because she wanted true stories.
Tracy Baptiste discussed the importance of writing books in our own voices. People from a culture should tell stories about their culture. In general, many people who write about races or cultures are not necessarily from that race or culture. She says we owe it to the readers to provide the most authentic stories. Donalyn Miller, a former elementary school teacher, linked education to freedom. She once said to a student, "See you soon, Carlos," and he replied, "If I'm still here." Many students in America go to school unsure that they will return the next day for fear of being deported. Literacy is a solution for that. Teaching and encouraging children to read is empowering. Books give kids light and power. She quoted Margaret Mead, who said, "Never doubt that a small group of individuals can change the world. It is indeed the only thing that ever has."
Offering a free public education to all of our children is a political act, and it's not something that is done in many other countries of the world. I think about Malala Yousafzai, who just graduated from secondary school and is heading to university. Her education was a political act. She and her family risked their lives in order to secure her and other girls an education. If you don't think that education is political, you've forgotten our history. You've forgotten Ruby Bridges. You've forgotten the Little Rock Nine. You've forgotten how many people in our country continue to fight for the basic education we agreed to provide.
John Shue is the ambassador of school libraries for Scholastic and was a member of the 2014 Newbery Committee. Mr. Shue was a third grade teacher for 12 years and was a teacher librarian before joining Scholastic in his position. His enthusiasm and love for books bursts out of him as he gives book talks. Simply put, Mr. Shue is the expert on all things kidlit books. Mr. Shue gave book talks on many of his favorite books from this past year. Some of the books Mr. Shue spoke about are Where All Wonders by R.J. Palacio, The Handiest Things in the World by Andrew Clements, This House Once by Deborah Friedman, and Refugee by Alan Gratz. He also read the first chapter of Wish Tree by Katherine Applegate, which has yet to be released. He chose to do a read aloud with the crowd on You Don't Want a Unicorn by Amy Dykman.
Wait! You were gonna wish for a unicorn, weren't you? Wishing for a unicorn is a... big mistake! Just step away, and you also do the onomatopoeia. You're good clippers. Uh-oh, things are about to get... ugly. Trust me. I always feel when I get to this part that I should buy you all unicorn frappuccinos. Sure, having a unicorn seems fun at first. All right. Super fun. Fine. It's awesome. Okay. But it's not worth it. What you don't know is unicorns and no matter how hard you try, unicorns can't be house trained. You don't want that. Trust me. Now before the book came, unicorn gets lonely. It calls a friend. Right when you're thinking this could be super fun. Now when I get to this page, I always tell kids your homework is to use double super fun in a sentence before the end of the day. Like NERDCamp was double super fun. Colby Sharp was double super fun. There's another, and another, and another. Great, you've unleashed the in the universe.
R.J. Palacio is the author of the book Wonder. She spoke about kindness, which is a central theme in her book. She says kindness, empathy, and compassion are considered weak in this world. Civility is out the door, and people have stopped being kind to each other. It's become a human ideology, and we need to mitigate the harm that the lack of kindness causes in this world. Politicians come and go, but we as teachers are with children every day influencing them. We, as educators, teach tolerance and show compassion every day. Children are being bullied for being different, and we give them hope every day because it's the right thing to do. It's our job to open our hearts and our eyes to everyone, even if they're different. We show kindness to the vulnerable and to the strong. Colby Sharp is one of the founders of NERDCamp. He is also a co-founder of the Nerdy Book Club, and he is an elementary school teacher. We asked him one of the best things he's learned about from other teachers, and he said the classroom book a day.
With that last year, my friend Frankie Siverson, who is also a teacher that's here, she ended her day every year with it, and she said it was just ended her day. Every day they clean up, do your jobs, and then end the day with a picture book. And I love how that builds community and this canon of books that we've all read. So I did that last year every day, every single day. Yeah. We ended with a picture book. And we would read picture books throughout the day as well, right, for different lessons and things, but we also ended with a picture book every day. Not with like a lesson tied to it, it's just to follow along. I'm very involved in the book community online, so I know a lot of books that are coming out just from what my friends are talking about.
Makes sense.
We don't have a school librarian or anything like that at our school, so my kids have missed a lot of books through the years by not having that. So yeah, I think just keeping up with the books. I get a lot of books. I'm blessed to get a lot of books from publishers, so I'm always seeing the new picture books coming out. But I guess mostly just books that other people are talking about online.
It probably helps that you're so involved in the Nerd Camp, or how?
Yeah, we started it like 5 or 6 years ago. We did it in Battle Creek, Michigan, where I used to teach. And there was like 180 people. Just one day, no kids. Just basically what today is what we did the first year. Just the today.
Get together and share ideas and like talk kind of thing.
Yeah.
What made you decide to start a program like this?
Well, ed camps were really taking off, and I thought that was really. We thought that was really cool. People empowering teachers to decide what they want to learn about, and I was one of the founders of the Nerdy Book Club, so I kind of thought, wouldn't it be cool if there was an ed camp that was all about reading and writing? So it would still be where teachers could talk about what they wanted, but we would have more of kind of that theme, that focus of. And sometimes teachers will do sessions.
We'll ask if you have one book that you really think is a must-read.
For like a classroom essential, maybe.
I think Dan Santat's After the Fall, that's coming out this fall. will blow everyone's mind. It is the true story of Humpty Dumpty.
Oh.
You will never look at Humpty Dumpty the same again the rest of your life. Your mind will be blown. I think it's got a lot of good themes about believing in yourself and overcoming your fears, and I think it's one of the greatest picture books I've ever read.